Happy troops and welcome back to the With Mates podcast and welcome back to another episode of the Catch Up. We are here early on a Sunday morning, my final day in Lincoln, to give you all the wonderful news on this Monday as you are watching it. It has been a very exciting week in the entertainment. If I'm being honest, there's only one real main thing that we'll be talking about. There's a nice couple of little add-ons as well. We've got another couple of stories that we want to talk about. But it has been Star Wars Celebration the past weekend. It literally finished, I don't know if you've realised this, it finished 30 minutes before we started recording, which is nuts.
We're on the button. We're on the button this week. This is it.
Yeah, we are right so on it. I'm not gonna lie, when I woke up and seen that it was like they announced next year's and it was like 30. Oh, before I begin, the Iceman, Baby Boone, Josef.
Morning, Andrew.
It's early. And I may have or may not have been drinking just 5 hours ago. And he is the triple barrel man. It's Craig Andrew Mooney.
Morning, Andrew.
Yeah, so when I seen it finished like 30 minutes ago, I was like, big announcement for the finish? No, there's not. All the big stuff got announced earlier on. And we will be talking about all that big stuff, but we're also going to talk about a couple of other films to begin the episode. I'm going to come to Craig first because I feel as if you're the one that might be the most invested in this film. Because if I'm being honest, I've never seen the original, and the only reason I would care is because Superman is involved. Craig, tell us about Highlander.
So this is the announcement that Highlander has essentially acquired its essentially distribution, and is going ahead and is actually going into pre-production proper. So this has been kind of rumbling for a while. It's kind of been something that's been talked about for a number of years about, are they ever going to reboot it? Are they ever going to try and do it again? And then Henry Cavill's name got brought into the mix, and then finally it is happening, and it is going ahead with Henry Cavill in the lead role. Now, Highlander, for all you younger listeners and watchers, and to be fair, it's before my time as well. So it's like,
I'm older than you. I'm like,
what is Highlander? Yeah. So Highlander is this kind of cult phenomenon of like I think the 80s. I might be wrong about that. I think it's the 80s, where essentially there's this Highlander, someone who's living. I think again in like the Jacobite kind of times, Highland clearance kind of times. And he discovers that he cannot die. He is part of this type of being that cannot die. But the rules around all
Novocaine remake.
Essentially, it's a Novocaine remake.
No,
that is the premise.
Novocaine can.
Oh no,
die.
he can't feel pain. Sorry, it's not that he can't die. Oh yeah, sorry.
And then, so essentially, he then discovers that there's this other group, like there's all these other beings like him in the world, and they're all competing in this essentially competition to see who can be the last one standing, because the last one standing gets the gift of mortality, and that is the thing. So, and Sean Connery's in the original film.
That's in the original.
Oh God, no, Andrew.
Oh
no,
God,
no.
I'm already hating it. I'm already hating it.
It gets worse than that. So, I mean, God bless him. The guy who is the original Highlander, I think he was a French actor. And I'm not exaggerating, lads. This is probably the worst Scottish accent ever committed to film. And I'm not. It is. Oh, well, hey.
I kid, Gerard. We love you. We love you here at the With Mates podcast.
Oh, Gerard.
Poor Gerard's sitting somewhere in his LA mansion. Is it LA?
He spat his tea out.
He's just thrown his mug against the wall.
Tell me
I was born in Glasgow. But yeah. So, yes, I believe it was Christopher Lambert, so a French-American actor who was the original. Again, it's horrible, it's horrendous. The film itself, right, is dreadful, in my opinion. I know it's a cult classic. It also spun a bunch of like really bizarre spin-offs and sequels that make even less sense than the original. and I don't think they're going to probably be touching them in the barge pole. I think they're going to be focusing on the actual premise, because the premise itself is, I've always thought, is fantastic, and I was always thinking to myself, if no one ever does it, I want to remake this one day. If I ever get enough clout in the industry, I'd be looking to remake this, but obviously with a Scottish focus, lads, a Scottish focus. So I'm really happy this is happening.
You're still going to do the a Scottish actor playing a Spaniard? Is that still going to be a thing?
I think you have to honour Sean. Oh, so that's the other thing, Andrew. Sean Connery with a Scottish accent plays a Spaniard in the original film.
Yeah, you're not selling me on this film.
It's
okay, this might sell you, Andrew. This might sell you on the original. Mr. Krabs is in it.
Oh yeah, so he's the antagonist in the original. He's great. He actually, to be fair, is good. He's good in the film, actually.
Where's Bobby Carlyle? Where's Alan Cumming? Where's Gerard Butler? As I say, like, where are the Scots? Where's David Tennant?
To be fair,
where's
John Butler alive?
Probably. Yeah, it was 86. It was out.
Oh, it's 86. Yeah, so you're doing a Baba.
Yeah, baby.
Baba Gerard.
So what is this? So Henry Cavill's going to star in it.
He's going to be playing the Highlander. Yeah. So
is that all we know about it? Is there anything else that we know?
I think that's it just now. I don't think they've announced much else, but I'm hoping that they stick to the original kind of premise, because the premise itself is strong. It's a really cool concept where there's like these bunch of beings that essentially are all immortal and are trying to kill each other off by decapitating another immortal. You kill them dead for real. But the point is that if you become the last one standing, you get the gift of mortality and get to live out the rest of your life, which is what any immortal being, I think, would want. So yeah, it is.
I've got a question.
A great premise. I'm really excited about it.
I have a question, right? Kind of to do with Highlander, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
It's Amazon MGM Studios that's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, is that not the same as James Bond?
Yes.
But now own the rights to James Bond. Could this be a hint that we might be getting Mr. Cavill as James Bond as well? Or am I reaching?
I
think he's too busy. I think he's gonna be too busy.
Yeah, because he's got, what is it, Warhammer 40k or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's because that's also Amazon, isn't it?
He does have Warhammer 40k.
He's got Don't mock me. Don't mock me. It's early. You know what I mean.
No, I'm not mocking you. I'm.
Is that right? Is it 40k?
Yes.
Right,
I'm thankful I'm sitting down. I cannot fucking wait for 40k.
Oh, is that a biggie?
Oh, it's going to be so. If they do it well, it's going to be fucking amazing.
I think he will. I think he'll make sure it's.
I hope he's able to put the love and care and appreciation and just enthusiasm for the project into it that he wanted to put into Witcher.
Yeah.
Before the showrunners were like, actually, we're going to cock it up for you. 40k is going to be so good, especially if they get the orcs right. I hope they get the fucking orcs right. They will get the orcs right, because Andrew, for context, the orcs, there's a bunch of factions in 40k. They're all fighting over resources, and it's all chaos and all horrible, and just everything's fucked. And there's people who are made into super soldiers, and they hate it because they're in pain all the time. But it's all about conquest and serving the emperor or serving the big tech god. Whereas orcs just go, is there a scrap over there? And folk are like, there's a scrap over there. And the orcs go, right, we're going to win. And then they just come in and just fuck shit up. And that's all they do. It's all orcs do. And I fucking love orcs.
Sounds like Lincoln Main Street on a Friday, Saturday night. Lots of scrap. No, Lincoln's a lovely place. I am very... I'm happy about coming home, but I'm sad about leaving. It's a lovely place. My only thing with this Highlander, I'm not really interested in the movie, but if it's based on a Scottish thing and you're filming in Scotland, please use Scottish actors. Please use Scottish crews, Scottish catering, whatever it is. Just fucking use our people, because we've got so many talented people here in Scotland. And yeah, I'm just kind of sick of that not being the case and not people getting used. So if that is the case, 2 thumbs up from Andy Boy. If it's not the case, probably won't see it anyway. Right.
I think they'll use the Cumberland Old Studios for the ones that they use for Outlander, because it's the same.
I live 20 minutes away from Cumberland Old. I'm here. just putting it out there. Amazon.
Should we get
Is it Jeff?
a big neon sign?
Yeah,
Andrew
I'm
Grayson's here.
Jeff, is it Jeff Bezos that owns Amazon? Is that right? No.
Unfortunately.
Is it? Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Brother, Kevin Feige's got my number. Fucking phone him. He'll be able to put you in touch. Speaking of Kevin Feige, we got our first full
Lovely.
trailer. And let me tell you, it will be the only trailer I watch for Fantastic Four. Because if I wasn't in already, I am so fucking in now. I think this looks fantastic. Pardon the pun. We got the new Fantastic Four trailer. We watched it. My thoughts on it is I'm so in. I believe everything. I think Vanessa Kirby is probably the standout for me in the trailer. I think she's fantastic as the Invisible Woman. I can already see the performance of Johnny Storm as well from Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn.
Like there was a nice wee hint. And again, I like this because they didn't give us too much, but they gave me enough where I'm going, yeah, he's got this. He knows what he's doing. The only one that I was a wee bit kind of like, I need to see more is Pedro Pascal. And I think the only reason for that is not a negative against him. It's just I've seen him in so much recently. We're on video, Craig. Like this is a video episode. You
No, I know. I'm doing it to the list. I'm doing it to the watchers. I'm doing it to the watchers. I'm not doing it to you.
All right.
But yeah, like
to me, it's yeah. To me, I think he's just. It's not an oversaturation because I love him and I'm so glad he's in everything. But
that's why Galactus is attacking. He's just sick of seeing Pedro Pascal everywhere. He's just like, fuck's sake, man. There's other actors.
Yeah, but there's not because he's fantastic and I'm so happy that he's so busy. And he's just a good person. He's just a
he's a
very,
great
very
guy.
good
He's
person.
a great guy. Yeah.
But yeah, like to me, the feel, the aesthetic, the even I forget, not Moriarty. What's fucking Sherlock's brother called?
Mycroft. Mycroft.
Mycroft.
Yeah.
Him opening
That was
it.
a surprise look, wasn't
But
it?
again, I like that, and I like the idea that he was like this '60s TV host.
What's his name?
Everything about
Mark
it.
Gatiss.
Yeah.
Mark Gatiss.
Mark Gatiss.
Yeah.
So everything about the trailer and the feel and the fact that we're in a different universe, and again, even the trailer kind of goes, we all know the story. They went up, they came back, they've got powers, and I'm like, oh cool, that's us. We're done. We know. None of this origin story bullshit. Just get fucking into the action. Love it.
I'm really happy they're not doing origin story stuff, and I really hope that like Mark Gatiss has had a chance to inject some of his own like creative direction into the film if possible, because I don't know if you've ever watched some of the recent stuff that Mark Gatiss has done. It's been utterly phenomenal. There was complete opposite end of the year. Every year he does like a Christmas horror story.
That's cool.
I think it's on BBC Two, BBC Three. They're fucking brilliant. And he also did a staged version of Christmas Carol a couple of years ago, and good God, it's one of the best stagings I've ever seen of Christmas Carol. It's so good. But I think he's going to be a fantastic performance. Pardon the pun. Even if he's only in it for a minute.
I was going to say I'm not sure
still...
how much he'll be in it because it does seem like a bit of a side role. But I'd be surprised if it was.
I wonder if there's going to be like a narrator style trope going on with it, because that could be fun.
Might be.
But I'm still not sold on Mr. Eben Barack Moss as the Thing.
So, in fact, before I get into that, Craig, what are your thoughts on the trailer overall, but kind of steer towards what Joseph just said in terms of the Thing?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm still excited. I think that they obviously still haven't quite finished the CG as is always the CGI, as is always the case with these things. They kind of do it right up until. I mean, sometimes they do it after release, which is fucking bananas. But anyway, yeah. So some of the bits I was a bit like, okay, I'm hoping that's going to be tied up a wee bit. But the thing for me, I have one positive and one negative, which I'd like to say. The first positive, I'll go with positive first. The positive, I would say, is that this is what I think a multiverse story should be, because there should be these levels of stakes, because it's a multiverse story. we don't know what's going to happen. It may not be the case that everything is hunky dory by the end and we save the Earth. And I think
I'm
that
all
actually
but
isn't
certain
what's
it
going
is
to
most
happen.
definitely not going to be
Exactly.
hunky dory.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why it's a good thing, because it means that we don't know what's going to happen, and that's that because there doesn't have to be that level of safety. So I'm excited about that. I think this is what they should have been doing with the multiverse until this point, personally. That's kind of what If was all about, and that's why it was successful. Apart from maybe not so much the last season, but my negative, and I don't know if you see this as negative or not, boys. When I watched it, it essentially, I said this to you already in the chat. This, for me, at the minute, based on the trailer, seems like a rehash of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, which was obviously the original Cruise sequel film. It just seems like the exact same plot. I don't know if you guys felt the same way.
So I can see what you're saying, but like I'm pretty sure the film was just a rehash of the comic plot, and when you're using that as your
Well, okay, yes, I suppose if that's what they're doing.
I think
yeah,
I think it's going to touch on stuff from that from the original Rise of the Silver Surfer, because obviously that's the big thing as well, as we got our first look at the new Silver Surfer, and obviously the internet was very happy about that being a female cast, but again, once again, it's in the comics, not the Silver Surfer from the original films.
Just get over it, lads. Get
it's
over it,
his
lads.
partner.
Honestly.
who
But
is it that's playing the Silver Surfer?
It's Julie
Garner.
Julia Roberts. Okay.
No.
Yeah, Julie Roberts. Yeah.
She's from what's
Still
it
Julie
called?
Garner, isn't it?
Yeah, Julie Garner. She's from Ozark.
Oh,
She's
yes.
good. She's a very good actor.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. Fantastic piece of acting. Absolutely.
I didn't realize it. I've just looked it up now, and like it's like other people have played Silver Surfer. So it was Lawrence Fishburne was his voice.
Voiced it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was Doug Jones that played
Yeah.
the body of the Silver Surfer.
We love Doug Jones.
Famous. You probably know him from his role as the town sheriff in that Fallout 4 fan film Nuka Break, or you would also know him from that really little-known series Hellboy, or the Mouth of Sauron.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Oh, the list goes on, mate. Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. Boy,
he was great in
boy
Star Trek.
is like monster actor, and I
Shape
love
of
it.
Water.
Yeah.
So,
he's
to
amazing.
get back to the trailer, just because I feel as if like what you brought up, Craig, I think for me I think the thing looks great. I think they've went for that kind of like brow over it. I think what we're going to get with the voice acting with Ebon, I think it's going to work. I feel as if it's a lot of people. I know you've kind of brought up like Joseph, like he's not got the voice in terms of like the whole I don't think you need that. I think you might get a part of that when you start seeing him maybe get to say it's clobbering time. But if I just take it on the basis of what I believe we're going to get story-wise, we're going to get kind of stuff towards what Rise of the Silver Surfer was. Obviously, Surfer arrives, says your planet is marked for death. We obviously get teased about Galactus. I've read, this isn't confirmed, so obviously in the first Silver Surfer movie, he was a big poo cloud that came in 8 planets. From what I've seen and read, he's got like a big device that like harnesses like living things like food and blah 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 that I don't know what the word is, like sustains him. He kind of absorbs that energy from the device, and that kind of keeps him living and stuff like that. So I feel as if that's what it's going to be, rather than just a big ominous fucking brown cloud that's going to envelop.
You don't want him to just like grab the planet and take a big chomp out
Big
of it, like
apple.
it's a big apple.
Yeah, a big apple.
See, what just to go back to the Thing's voice, I think that Evan's going to do a fantastic job as the Thing. He's like, I mean, just look at the bear. We know he's got the chops for it.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm seeing the Thing, and I'm hearing, we need more steak, cousin.
Yeah.
Again, it's difficult because he is obviously so well known for that one role, but I don't know.
It's just the same voice. Like, I mean, for me, I don't know. Maybe I've got like a different philosophy, because I love how people can change their voice and how there's so much wealth of performance that you can get from it. I just I feel there's a disconnect between the visual of the character and the sound of the character, and there needs to be that gravel for something like The Thing. Because I mean, if you had like a big scary monster that was up in front of you, and you're hearing like the growling and stuff, and it just went, "All right, how you doing?" You'd be like, "Oh fuck, I'm not scared anymore." Whereas,
Wait a
like,
minute,
I think
did Jason Statham just join the podcast?
Wait, was that Ray Winston? Ray Winston, anyone? No?
no, it was Michael Caine.
Oh, no,
We're
he's
not going to have
he's
Michael
most definitely
Caine
not
today.
here today.
But you know what I mean. I think it doesn't feel grounded within the physical form that is The Thing. It doesn't feel like it has the resonance that it should, or even like the strain that it should for someone made of rocks.
The one thing I would say is I'm not going to kind of get like bogged down by that, in the sense of still maybe posts to do. They might, again, you're still getting feedback from early screenings, and they can fucking, what's nuts because it's out in like what 2-3 months. They can still kind of tweak stuff, so you never know. They might change that. I personally don't see an issue, because again, we've not really heard them fully talk. It's like one wee kind of line here and there. The last thing I want to talk about the trailer, it looks brilliant. It, like, from visually, I think it looks stunning. We got to see Mr. Fantastic stretch for the first time as well, which I was like, I like it. I do like it. But to me, just because obviously, Craig, you were saying that you feel as if what they're doing multiverse-wise is like, the stakes here is we don't know what's going to happen. I'm all but certain this planet's gone, and I think you can see it in the performance of Pedro, where it's like he's obviously working away, or trying to work out a way of kind of escaping, whether that be travel across the multiverse or do whatever it is that he's going to do, whilst giving reassurance to these people that, oh, we're going to protect you. But you can tell by his eyes, he knows they are fucked. He knows there is no, like, so to me, I'm super excited, and all 4 members of that cast look great. I think Julia will be fantastic as Silver Surfer, and I'm glad that we've not had Galactus's voice yet. Keep that. Keep that.
You gotta save it. You gotta save it.
I cannot wait. See, I wasn't like really fussed about seeing Fantastic Four when it was announced. I was like, okay, because at that point I was kind of like, I was a little bit checked out with superhero stuff. But as soon as I heard that Ralph Ineson was cast as Galactus, I'm like, I need to fucking see that now.
In IMAX. In IMAX.
Did you guys see the Superman references with The Thing throughout the trailer?
Tell me.
So with The Thing lifting the beetle.
Oh yeah.
And then him pulling the ship.
The ship. That's cool. Which is also funny, considering it's coming out like what, a week or two. There's like a week or two difference between both new Superman and Fantastic Four. But yeah, to me, very excited. Oddly enough, I think I'm more hyped for Thunderbolts. It's maybe just because it's sooner, but I think by the time we get close, I don't want to watch anymore, unless it's for us doing this for the podcast. I don't want to watch any more footage from Fantastic Four. I'm happy. I'm in. I'll be there. You will have my money. If you do a midnight show, and I will be there at midnight. If not, I will be there first thing on day of release. Right, let's get to the main news. Let's get to the beef of this meat sandwich. Let's talk about Star Wars Celebrations.
Boom.
I'm going to start the question. Are we all ready to be hurt again?
What, by playing Paul's voice note, or was?
Well, I don't know what is in Paul's voice note, so he might be talking about things that we need. So I think we should talk a wee bit about the stuff that's in Star Wars Celebration, and then we'll play Paul's, and then we'll give our opinions on the rest of the stuff. But what I will say is, I think they've got me with a couple of these. I think they've hooked me in with a couple of these things, and I'm like, oh no. It's not going to go well, and I'm going to be annoyed. But yeah, we'll talk about a couple of things. Then we'll play Paul's, because obviously, unfortunately, Paul couldn't be here today. We'll play Paul's voice note, and then we will continue with some of the bigger news as well. So we're going to start off. What are some of the announcements, Craig? You can kind of start us off, mate. What are some of the announcements that they've done that interest you the most?
Okay, that's a good question. So I think to maybe avoid, going for the big thing at the end, obviously, which is probably what we all are quite excited about. The thing that excites me actually, and again, I've said this to you guys. I don't know if you guys have watched this yet, but Rebuild the Galaxy was some of the best Star Wars content. Have you watched it, Joseph, yet?
I've seen like a bunch of clips, and I've seen like the first episode. But already from that, I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's surprisingly good. So it was great. It was great Star Wars content. I watched the whole season when it came out. I thought it was brilliant. It was so original and a very clever way of essentially doing a what if Star Wars series. I think in a bizarre way.
Like there's no question that it's gonna be good. Like anything Lego Star Wars hits. It just hit. I mean, if you go back to like 2003, was it 2003 that the original game came out?
That's mental, isn't it?
They told the entire original, like the entire prequel trilogy of Star Wars with no words, and it was just as emotionally investing. Like, brilliant. If anyone can do anything great with an IP, it's Lego.
I totally agree.
Hands fucking down. But I think
and I'm really excited.
the fact that you've got like, it's not just minifigs and stuff now that are coming into it. You've got things like the brickheads and the horrendously cheeked up Chewbacca. Just oh my god, it's going to be great. Like season 2 is going to be great as well.
Yeah, so season 2 was announced, and it was also announced that we were going to get back our OG Ahsoka. Ashley Eckstein is coming back, as she's playing Brickhead Ahsoka. And we're also getting Ben Schwartz of Sonic fame and one of the best voice actors around, best improvisers around. So I'm excited to see how he's going to be involved and whether he's playing someone in particular. I don't know if it's been announced who he's playing, but I'm excited to see
Sonic the Hedgehog
who it might be. So hey, I wouldn't
yes,
put past them.
The crossover.
Crossover. Yeah. So I think that was like, in terms of like the kind of the smaller announcements, that was probably my top thing that I'm excited about. Joseph, what about you? What did you see anything that piqued your interest?
Yeah, actually, the what's it called again? It's the game. The
Zero
games
Company
that were announced.
Zero Company.
So Zero Company and the Old Republic, not Knights of the Old Republic, but the Old Republic.
We wish it was Knights of the Old Republic.
It seems to be.
Is that still happening?
No idea. It's not the series. It's the game. So it's like a remaster of the game that's coming out. That's going to be great. New audiences can play that.
As in the console game or the PC console, like World of Warcraft game?
I think it's the PC version. Yeah, the PC version. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Which, quite frankly, has some of the best cinematics in it.
Yeah.
They're fucking brilliant. I think is that the one with Darth Malgus? I can't remember. But the Zero Company looks fantastic. Well, I hope it's fantastic, and it's something different that Star Wars has not done, like a tactics game. Which I think there'll be a lot of people that shout out to my Age of Empires fans who will enjoy it. It looks good, and the fact that it's like set within the Clone Wars as well could give us like a brand new, unique story that in that completely oversaturated time period within Star Wars. You know, the thing where everything fucking happens there. Here's another story that you get to enjoy. I think it's going to be good. But I mean, the utter standout from Star Wars Celebrations for me. It's not the series that was announced. It's not the films. It's not the behind the scenes stuff. It's not the comic. It's the K2SO Lego model.
Oh.
I really like it.
I love it. That's awesome. It's so obscure. Yeah. As far as the game goes, I'm not really big into single player turn based games, but I'll give it a look. But yeah, so as Joseph kind of hinted, there is quite a lot in it. So I'm gonna quick fire, and we can talk about stuff just as it kind of comes to you. So we have a new series of Star Wars Visions that's been announced, the anime style thing where they go to different studios and it's like 8 episodes.
Exciting.
I've not actually watched it. Again, I'm so fucking butthurt by Star Wars. I've not actually watched the second series in full, so I'm probably need to go back and watch all that because some of the stuff that I've seen.
Oh, there's some cracking
Yeah, some of it
episodes
looks
and
great.
visions. Oh.
We're also getting a spin-off from that, an anime spin-off series called The Ninth Jedi, which is going to be a full series, anime style kind of coming to
Joseph's ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And
There's going to
apparently
be a small implosion in the northeast of Scotland when that comes out.
that's what I like to hear. We also got. So the thing that kind of piqued my interest. So we got Ahsoka. We got Ahsoka's confirmed that starts filming. Ahsoka season 2, sorry, is confirmed. Hayden Christensen's coming back, and it is starting to film next week. It's not really much news, but again,
Rory
I love
McCann
the first series.
being
Yes,
recast.
Rory McCann is now playing Skull.
Balin
Skull.
Yeah. Dave Filoni's wrote all the
Thoughts?
episodes as well. On what? Rory McCann.
Do you think they should have recast him? We actually did a vote on social media, guys. We did a vote on social media, and I believe that it was a 65 to 35 saying no. They shouldn't have recast him. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to fully disagree.
Same.
Fully disagree.
100%.
Because the character is from a narrative viewpoint, from the wealth of storytelling that character can have, it would be a disservice to just cut him out. And what Star Wars have done in the past with characters like that, they've relegated them to comics or like additional media that most fans will not engage with. And I think that them recasting Balin with Rory McCann was probably the best decision they could make because him and Ray Stevenson were good friends. He's definitely going to honour both the character and, more importantly, the actor's performance when going into it. And he's got that same screen presence. Just being just a
size.
Big wall of a man, but Rory McCann's able to have that softer, sort of approach to his performance. I think it's going to be a great choice.
I think it's always difficult with these circumstances because obviously it's tragic that we lost Ray Stevenson and stuff like that. But I feel as if 9 times out of 10, he only played him once in that series and stuff, and he was fantastic. I can remember when we talked about it, he was probably the favourite part for all of us in that series.
Him. Yeah, he was the best part of it.
Yeah.
But with something like it, so for instance, with Marvel, with T'Challa, everybody was like, "Oh, you don't recast and stuff." But we're now in a kind of phase where we're going, "Nah, you want that character to continue." And it might not have been the right thing at the time to recast, but we're now at a point where, like, no, we want that character and we want that T'Challa and we want to see more. And again, that you would imagine that the actors themselves would be like, again, the way you've seen Chadwick Boseman talk about shows you how early it is. Can I think he's one of the greatest actors on the fucking planet? Denzel. He talks about Denzel Washington inspired, and without Denzel, you wouldn't get Black Panther. But without Chadwick Boseman, we wouldn't have that character, and you want to see more from that character, and another actor can take up that mantle. And it's the same with this. Obviously, not to the same degree as how iconic and how revolutionary that character was, but it was the thing I was most interested in. It was left at a cliffhanger for him. I want to see that story, and realistically, if they bring it out as a comic, I probably won't read it. But if you do the next series and recast them with such a fantastic actor as well, I think it's the best decision for that going forward. And I think we only got like one photo. Fucking looks the part. He fucking looks great, and I'm like, yeah, I buy it. It's a shame it had to happen in that circumstance, but it's the best thing for the character.
It makes sense for, and some of what I'm going to say might sound a little bit harsh. But it makes sense from like a production standpoint to recast. It makes sense from like a financial point to recast. But more importantly, from an overall integrity of a character, integrity of story, integrity of the craft, it makes sense to recast. And I reckon that any actor worth their salt would go, yeah, what, like I wasn't the part, I was inhabiting the part, I was helping tell the story, and I would like that to continue on, so it just doesn't stop, you know. But I've got all faith in Rory McCann
He'll smash it.
to do this. I just want to know when he's going to get the first cunt into Star Wars, you know.
Oh yeah, he's a good cunt in Star Wars. Right. Here's one where I am excited for it, but I got a wee bit kind of like, we're getting a new Maul series. We're getting a new Darth Maul series, and it is called, where is it? I had it a minute ago.
Maul?
No, there's another fucking line, you prick. It's Maul something.
Shadow Lord.
Yes, Maul Shadow Lord, thank you. Initially I thought it was going to be like live action, because we obviously got a Maul live action in
Solo?
the Solo story one, and I was like, oh, are we going to get that back? It's not. It's going to be animated. Sam Witwer is coming back to voice, which is fantastic news, because I absolutely adore that man, and he needs to be involved with Star Wars as long as he wants to be involved. But yeah, to me, I kind of was hoping that it would be live action, but it's animated. It's just after the Clone Wars, I believe. And there's some cool concepts that I'm reading about it. So apparently it's like they're going to use ideas that George Lucas had about his sequel series. So his sequel series was going to be Darth Maul had an apprentice. So it seems like they're going to be bringing that in. They might be bringing more ideas in, which I'm going, that's quite cool, because when you hear some of these stories and you go, oh, I'm kind of gutted we didn't get that. So yeah, what's the hype level, if any?
Did you see the trailer?
Yes. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah,
allegedly,
okay,
I see it.
Yeah. I'm pretty fucking excited.
Yeah.
Because someone spoke about a shot of him standing on like the gangway to a ship.
Yeah.
And he just ignites the saber. Allegedly, it's a very tasty shot, and allegedly there's going to be a lot of fun, interesting combat in it. And I hope that they got Ray Park back to do the mocap for some of the fights.
I'm pretty certain he's involved entirely with all this kind of stuff. I'd seen an interview where I think it was Sam Witwer that was actually talking, and they have brought him in because they were using him a lot in Celebration and stuff, and they were like, well, he can still do it, so fucking use him. I think 100% you're right.
Because I think that last episode of the last season of the Clone Wars, when he fights Ahsoka, God fucking damn it. Like,
that is one of the best fights.
You can immediately tell when the animation goes from fully computer generated to motion capture. There's just that slight shift in fluidity to all the motion, and you just see Maul being Maul. Oh man, we need to stop talking about Maul, because every time we talk about him, I need to go back and watch The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It looks fantastic, and I know for a fact there's going to be, sitting somewhere folding his arms, grumpy Paul Stirrett's going to be like, I don't like it. I don't think they should have.
I think we should use this as the step-off point to play Paul's voice note.
Good morning, gentlemen. I understand that you are wondering about my thoughts on Star Wars and all the big Star Wars news. Well, there's two things that caught my eye. There is Star Wars Starfighter, I believe, with Ryan Gosling to star. Now, I quite like Ryan Gosling, but at the moment I don't really like Star Wars, so I'm kind of torn on that one. It's got a far away enough release date where it might be quite good and hopefully not rushed, but I have absolutely no faith. They have everything to prove, and no stored treasure with old Polly Smack. The other thing that caught my eye was Maul Shadow Lord. an animated series starring Darth Maul. Now, if anything, the animated stuff has been probably the best thing they've put out. But don't get me wrong, there's still been some crap in there. A fair bit of it. So, let's not all jump for joy just yet. Old Polly Smack, he's still, don't you worry, the crotchety bastard, you know him, because I am saying, who cares? Prove, show me that you can do better. Daredevil was good. Can you do it with Star Wars? Right now, I'm thinking, not so much.
The boy never fails to disappoint. Is that the word? Again,
Yeah.
I feel as if we've timed that perfectly well as well, because
Yeah.
we've got the nice wee finished talking about Star Wars Maul series, and now we're about to go and talk about the movies. His opinion doesn't surprise me, but again,
No.
the one thing I would say is I don't disagree with him though, because again, even I started this one going, I'm ready to be hurt again. My thoughts is I'm going, you still need to fucking prove that you're going to do, but let's try and stay away from Polly Smack. Let's try and be positive. Let's talk about some excitement. Let's talk about Starfighter. Let's talk about Ryan Gosling. The film is due out in 2027. I hope that is the case, because again, we've spoken about it. We've not had a Star Wars movie in, like, by that time it will maybe be 10 years. Or next year's about 10 years, I think.
Mando and Grogu will be before that, won't it?
Yeah, so it comes out next year, so I think that's 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain,
Yeah.
and then the next one obviously 11 years.
Fuck.
But we'll start with Starfighter, because there isn't as much to talk about. But Ryan Gosling, it comes out in 2027. Remind me the director, Craig.
Sean Levy.
Sean
Very
Levy.
exciting.
Sean Levy.
Very, very good director. The thing that excites me most was the interview between Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling, where he says, this is not a sequel, this is not a prequel, this is its own story. And I was like, thank fuck.
Yeah, but we got that before. And they introduced things that tied in. We did the Mando did it. Mando was going to be its own thing, and then it.
No,
tied
I
in.
know.
But it's still set in a time period. This is after everything.
This is a way.
This is,
and again, you might get a wink, you might get a nod, but the fact that he that's the first real thing that he says about the movie is it's not tying into anything. I'm like, good. This is what we need. This is that give us our own adventure. I adore Ryan Gosling. He's one of my favourite actors working just now. He's fantastic. He can be funny. He can do action. He can do drama. He can do it all. Again, we didn't get much. They don't really kind of tell us much of the plot. They've just kind of announced who's in it. But the star and the director, and the fact that the story is now not going to be tied to the Skywalker saga, I'm in. Show me what you've got, or maybe not in. Just show me what you've got. At least you've not.
Do they have?
You don't have my attention. You've got my interest.
Okay. They've said nothing about the plot.
DiCaprio. No. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'll go have a wee quick look while you give your thoughts.
There's a script though. The script has been written. The script has been written, and they were very excited.
Well, I should fucking hope so. I should fucking hope so that the script's been written and they're not just improvising it on the fucking day.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, it gets already like.
Funnily enough, Craig, I don't know if you know this, Craig, but you do often need a script for making a film.
It is Star Wars.
The lines are there on the page.
It is Star Wars, and they have announced films that have not had anything yet. But this time they have. It's in pre-production, so it's not in development. It's pre-production.
The way you said that was like I'm like, oh, they're making a film. And you're like, don't worry, they've got cameras. They're gonna be filming it. But I think what I was going to say was I think that what they need to be doing at Star Wars Celebrations, just to carry back a bit of favour from the fans, is to give us the elevator pitch for the film. Not give us it's not tied to anything, it's not this, it's not that. You need to go, this is about a man on the run. His missus is taking the wains and he's trying to get him back for the corner of the galaxy. You know, we need the elevator pitch for these Star Wars films, I'm thinking. Just, at least for me, just to get a bit of interest, because kind of like Paul, I'm like, I'm going to be hurt again
But this is the thing for me, is like they don't give you much. So I've looked it up. Really, the only information is it's after Rise of Skywalker, and Sean Levy's come out and said it's not tying in. It's not a sequel or anything like that. So to me, it's not much. But to me, I'm just excited to get a Star Wars movie again. I'm just excited that I've got that to look forward to. As much as the movies were fucking dog shit, and again, they might age better. And same way as with the prequel series, we grew up loving the prequel series, so there might be a generation that will grow up and love them as well. Each their own. Stop shaking your head, Craig. There might be, you don't know. But yeah, to me, it's just I'm excited to have Star Wars back in the cinema again. But what I'm more excited for, because I again allegedly might have seen another trailer that might have made it to the internet.
Maybe
The
maybe not.
Mandalorian and Grogu comes out next May. Boys, we're going to be fucking eating well next year with movies. And the footage that I may or may not have seen looked fucking unreal.
It did. It really did. If I'd seen it.
Yeah, if I'd seen it, if I would see it, I'd have been heavily.
I could imagine it would look really good if you'd heard the wailing of that opening shot of the corridor, the alleged corridor and all that. We'd love a corridor scene in Star Wars.
Oh, I know. It's just now a thing. We love a fucking hallway scene.
I think it's become a Star Wars trope in a good way. Like I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Or it's good. We want it. The children yearn for a corridor shot, boys, and we're getting one. And the fact it's a oneer as well, we like it.
Yes,
we like that.
not a oneer.
What? Because I'm pretty sure when we spoke about it, we weren't too hot on Mando and Grogu after the end of season 3 of Mandalorian. How are we feeling now about it?
I think it looks like a return to form. I think it looks like a return to form, personally.
Again, I can only assume. I don't know if it was the same, but I can only assume the changes that have affected Marvel positively, I believe, will also be affecting Star Wars positively as well, because it's no longer about quantity over quality. It's not just get this, chuck this out, and do this. I think, especially as well, I don't know if you've seen, there was an interview with Pedro where a guy was, I think it was Collider that was doing it, and he was just like, oh, I'm so happy for you, and everything that you get to do, and all these different projects that you're part of. He's like, what, if anything, can you tell us that you know about this film that can get us excited? And he went, I know everything. And first of all, Jon Favreau is a genius. And Pedro Pascal isn't one to come out and like fucking big something up for no reason at all. He's like, he knows it, right? And again, the guy's in Last of Us, he's in Fantastic Four. In 2026, he's going to be part of Avengers Doomsday and Mandalorian and Grogu, both coming out in May. He's the busiest working actor that there is. And from the small alleged footage that I seen, this is the thing, is like, so Joseph, see, to get back to your question, just like where we were, there was stuff in that last series where I went, why are you not giving us that? This movie feels like that's what they're going to give us, and that's what they're getting back to, and I'm here for it. Like, and to give it that bigger, I'm not saying that as if fucking Mandalorian was cheap, but to give it the movie budget, to give it the movie special effects, to give it the movie cut and feel, that the
and
hallway
use
scene,
that budget.
yeah, exactly. And the it wasn't ATATs, was it?
It was. So the AT-ATs.
Oh, give me those feels.
It feels allegedly like a. It feels a bit like also a slight apology for season 3 and going, oh yeah, boys, we fumbled the bag here. Watch us recreate it, recorrect it.
Yeah.
But I am most excited for that. Just, it seems like the stars that are joining Star Wars, they're coming out of the walls, man.
Yeah.
They're coming out of the goddamn walls. We've gotten a bit of Sigourney Weaver in there, which I am so fucking excited. I think it's something that Star Wars need to be doing more, just having like legendary actors in their series, because there's something about it where it goes, it stops being like you know, it is childish sci-fi, it's fantasy sort of stuff,
Mm.
but when you have people like that who kind of, they, you know, they come to set, they believe in the thing they're working in, and they give it their all. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm fully invested now, just because you can see that performance. And the scene that I heard about where Grogu's force pulling that bowl of cereal or whatever, and she just grabs it. I was like, I believe that. I believe that 100%, because she sells the puppet. She sells it.
What's mental is you're going into a film where I'm like, oh yeah, like fucking fight scenes and explosions and but then you get cute wee Grogu doing like beating one of the wee mouse droids, and I was like, yeah, Grogu, fuck that shit up, man, it's fucking brilliant. The
Oh,
other
can we
thing
talk about the buff hut?
I was about to say, so the other two big things, we get Zeb back. Now we knew we got Zeb back from an after credit. Was it an after credit scene? Is it either an after credit scene or an end scene? Whatever. And we also get Rota the Hutt, which is Jabba's son, who looks fucking jacked. He looks like, I'm going, yeah, I kind of get why the Hutts have got power now, rather than his big fucking slug dad that just sat there and ate things. The one thing I will say, right, as much as I may or may not have seen alleged footage, we don't know the plot. Now, the whole thing that was leading up, for the most part of what the Mandalorian series was, them trying to kind of clone Grogu, which would lead to Palpatine and stuff. There's still that bitter taste in my mouth where everything comes back to Palpatine, and essentially we're kind of hamstrung in what we have to do to tell the story. But if you give me a good story, if you give me a good fucking 2-hour story, give me some cool action scenes, bring back characters I know and love, introduce new cool characters that I might want to see more of. When we come on this fucking podcast and complain about Star Wars, we don't do it out of hate. We do it out of love, because we miss and we love Star Wars and we want Star Wars back. And to me, I get Paul's pessimistic view. I can understand it. With Star Wars, I'm as close to being as pessimistic as possible. But it's not about pessimism. It's about hope. And this Star Wars celebration has given me... It didn't give me like big, oh, we're back, it's episode... What are we on? 10. I don't need that. Here's a cool wee film. Set. Whatever. Remember those two characters that we introduced in that TV series that you really liked? This feels more like that. Watch this film next year. It's the fact that it's soon. It's the fact that you can see that there's almost joy back in Star Wars. And again, I realise that we're coming off some not so good Star Wars stuff, but like Michael Scott said it best. I'm ready to be hurt again. Give me that Star Wars, baby.
So, Andrew, you're saying that this trailer, the Star Wars Celebrations, has rekindled a new hope.
It's a new hope.
In you, that Star Wars is striking back, and you think this could be the return of Star Wars coming to form.
Sure. my saber has awakened at the thought of more Star Wars movies. Is what I'll say.
Somehow Andrew's saber returned.
Is there anything? That we've obviously we didn't mention Andor season 2 is coming out next week or in the next week.
Oh, so
it's getting really good reviews
this week,
which I'm. Was it this week? Yeah. So yeah, it's getting really good reviews and stuff like that. So we will obviously be covering that. We'll be doing some spoiler reviews. I think we'll probably break it up into either 2s or 4s, or we'll do a half season or a full season. We'll figure it out. It'll be on the social media channel. But is there anything else from today, this week, or Star Wars Celebration that you guys want to talk about before we wrap things up? Because I got a train to catch.
Go get your train, Andrew. Go get your
let
train.
Andrew get his train,
Right.
don't we?
Well, that is another week come and gone. That is another catch up come and gone. We thank you so much for watching. Let us know, get involved. As I say, we want to build this podcast up to be as big as possible, but mainly we want to talk about it. We love talking with each other about all things nerdy and geeky and movies and TV and stuff like that. And that's one of the joys that I've had down here in Lincoln. I've met a new friend for life, probably, called Alex, who is a big Marvel nerd and Star Wars nerd. And as much as I love talking to you guys about it, I got so happy that I was part of a show where there was a guy where I was like, did you see? Did you see? And I get it. And I want that from you watchers and you listeners. Get in the comments. What are you excited for? What are you not excited for? Are you with pessimistic Paul? Are you with Polly Smack where you just don't give a fuck about Star Wars anymore? Are you like, prove it to me? Or are you like us? Are you ready to be hurt again? Has your saber ignited at the thought of sitting in the cinema watching Star Wars again? That's what I want to know. So get in the comments. Make sure you're getting involved in the conversation. How's your hype level for Fantastic Four? Are you interested in Highlander? Or are you like me and go, don't really care? I want to know. Either way, put it in the comment section. We will be starting our Last of Us spoiler review this week as well. We're going to probably try and get a Sinners review out. Craig has already seen it. Quick review. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Go in and see it as soon as you possibly can. Go and see it in IMAX and stay after the credits.
Oh, ooh, I like that. I like that. He has also done a non-spoiler review on our social media. So if you want to see a non-spoiler review, go head over there and see what Craig's had to say about the movie. Have I missed anything? Daredevil, our finale for Daredevil, is now live on YouTube. It'll also be live on Spotify and Apple later today, I believe. And yeah, I think that's it. If you want to know what we're doing, make sure you're following us at With Mates Podcast on all social media channels. Joseph, where can the lovely people find you and all that you do?
Lovely people can find me on the burning 8080 corpse that is my Instagram and Twitter handles at Joseph Boone. That's Joseph with an F on both platforms. You can also hear me tomorrow as time of upload on a special live stream at 7 o'clock GMT with Samantha Curran _author. Doing the first couple of chapters of her audiobook. The Kickstarter goes live on Tuesday the 22nd, so there'll be links on social media somewhere. Follow that. It's a fantastic book. She's done a great job. Please support her because she deserves all the accolades she can get.
Lovely, lovely. Craig, where can the people find you and all that you do?
You can find me on all social media platforms. It's at Craig Andrew Mooney.
And if you want to follow me, I'm at Alfred Gray, but as I say every week, don't follow me. I don't want your follow. Fuck off and go follow the With Mates podcast. I don't
Getting
want
close at the camera every week.
Yeah, and soon it'll be up, right up here, right in here. Go follow the With Mates podcast. We are on all social media platforms at With Mates Pod. Get us on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, comment. We want this discussion. Do you like Ray Stevenson? Do you think we're wrong for what? Let us fucking know. Get involved in the conversation. Thanks for watching. We love you very much. We'll see you next week. Bye. Let's on the main J.
It's weird not having Paul here for our post-credits thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Rest in peace, man.